Hello, my absolutely beautiful Libra friends, and welcome to your horoscope for October of 2023. We're first out of the gate, Libra. I have to say to you, happy birthday. We've still got some delicious birthday energy going. So if you are on this side of the Libra crew, happy birthday. And hopefully, as your annual year is off to the start, and we've got these energies loaded, the sun, Mercury at the beginning of the month, Mars, all of these energies loaded into your sign, I'm hoping that you're feeling a bit empowered to move yourself forward and up and out in the direction where you would like to go. We're also going to welcome eclipses, one of them being in your sign this month, Libra. So it is their indicator that change is not coming, but happening right now. And this is setting the board for the next 6 months worth of delicious living where you are owning your voice, you're owning your own movement, and you're owning the ideas that you have that you want to share with the world, Libra, and you're doing it in your own way. It's absolutely beautiful energy this month. So let's get ready to get here and talk about what is going on. But if you are listening to this forecast in September, I hope, Libra, that you will come and you will join me for my live webinar happening September 23rd. We're talking about the Libra and Aries axes, since we're traveling with these nodes, and how to create interdependence. Sometimes in that high Libra South node energy, we find codependence. Sometimes in that Aries North node, there's a hyper independence, and we're looking to create this big sweet spot of balance in the middle. So I would love to have you at the webinar. All of the information is in the description down below as well, Libra. If you are serious and you are ready for guidance and you are ready to have support as you make your changes and move to and through 23 and 24, I've got packages on sale in the description box down below. All right, Libra, into the month we go. So right at the beginning of the month on the 4th, we've got Mercury moving into your sign, joining the sun, joining Mars over here. So it's an action-packed energy. You are moving, you are ready to go. And with Mercury coming in here, now you have the power of the mind. Your thinking is balanced. You're able to see a bit more of all of the perspectives, which it's funny because sometimes, Libra, you can be in the indecisiveness of all of the information. But as Mercury comes here fresh out of a retrograde, I think that not only can you see all of the sides, but you're ready to make the deal. You're ready to sign on the dotted line, make that negotiation. When things are challenging and you're having to assert yourself or put yourself out there, you're amplified in being able to do that in a very diplomatic, beautiful Venetian kind of way. And there's a real benefit that comes from the way that you will communicate, because what you're going to communicate at this particular point is likely going to be received very well. And even if it is not, I think this is the indicator that you're like, no, this is my decision. I have seen all of the sides, all of the angles, and this is what I choose. And you're ready to move it forward, which is a really empowering energy. On the 8th, we see Venus, your ruling planet, moving into Virgo, into the quiet sector of your chart. Okay, so we've got a lot of attraction going on when we're dealing with the ruling planet Venus. First of all, what you are attracting to yourself in this quiet season of your life really has to do with surrendering, ending, transitioning, culminating. Things that you have discerned, Virgo, are no longer useful to you. You realize that in a very practical way, that particular belief is not serving you anymore, that there is something in your mental life, that was kind of keeping you stuck or stagnant, and you're allowed to let it go and release it and transition to something else now. I'm also wondering too, because this is Venus in your 12th house, if there has been guilt or shame or regret or the feeling of the past lovers, past ideas, past opportunities, any of these things, that gets a real healing and a real forgiveness to it as it travels through this 12th house space. And I absolutely love that for you. Now, Venus is still Venus, and Venus is traveling through the 12th house. So sometimes what we can see is that things are going on behind the scenes, so I will tell you, Libra, if you're attracting someone to you, especially if they kind of come out of nowhere, ask a lot of questions, right? Like questions like, are you married? Does anyone believe that they are married to you, right? Like you've got Mercury in your sign this month. So get it from every perspective because you want to make sure that you're getting the full amount of details about people, places, and things that are attracting into you. And Virgo will help you be discerning so that you have all of the facts, okay? On the 10th, we see Pluto turning direct in the energy of Capricorn at 27 degrees. Now, this is going to light up your fourth house space, home, family, real estate, property, all of these things. And you've been working in this Capricorn vibration since 2008. So, Libra, at this point, the way that you think about home, where you live, how you do home, these things may be really incredibly different at this time. Things have died down, died off. You don't believe in them anymore. The structure of those things doesn't work for you anymore. And certainly, the ideas and ideals around power struggles, manipulation, any place where you felt like you have really had to carry the load or the burden in some way has had a revolution and a revelation to you at this particular point. So as Pluto turns direct here, it's like you've seen it. Now it's like, okay, let's end the power struggle. Let's take and make the behavioral and the thinking and the necessary changes that need to be made to move forward to bring this to a course correction. And I really love this in your fourth house space because when Pluto travels here, there is a lot that changes, especially from the inside out. And one of these ideas in the home zone is, what has home meant to you, Capricorn? What's the legacy of home that's been in your mind, that's been in, your life? And do you still believe in that? Do you still believe you should live where you live? Do you still believe in the relationship dynamics? What does that look like for you? Let me know what some of those things are that you've been thinking with, living with, moving through in the comment section down below. On the 12th, we have got Mars entering into the energy of Scorpio. So this activates and brings motion and action and direction and movement to your second house. So this is about finance. This is a change to your money, how you make money, decisions you need to make about money will be coming along here shortly as well. But here, Mars in Scorpio being in domicile because it rules Scorpio gets a lot more focused. It gets more precise. It's trusting the intuition. It's asked the deep questions. And now it is highly motivated and informed to make some decisions and to take some actions. This is really very good too. If you put out an application or you've been thinking for a while about applying for something and you hadn't heard anything, this could be a time where you're actually hearing a little bit more from people, like getting back to you. The other thing I think about with this Mars being in Scorpio energy is that I do think that passions, desires, talents that you have, anything that has been pushed down, repressed, depressed, pushed to the side that is actually valuable, it's a time where it can come out, but it may not just walk itself out in the beautiful way that most Venus energies would like to have it go down. Sometimes Mars brings what you really have to offer or what's really important to you in what feels like conflict or in a tension. Sometimes you got to have a little tension to get things going. So whatever's happening, know that Mars is helping to be direct and focused to get you moving in a direction that is to your greatest good in this second house. On the 14th, we've got this new moon solar eclipse happening at 21 degrees of your sign. Now, this is a new moon, so plant your seeds of intention, Libra. What do you want to begin here in this next 6 months? Who is the Libra you would like to welcome to the surface? In how you speak, in how you negotiate and deal with people, the way that you are committed to yourself, your goals, your dreams, your relationships, the important changes of direction or attitude that you would like to make in you that benefits the world around you. What is that? Who is that? And where can you also bring that really dynamic energy of yours out into the surface in a way that reminds other people that they can take advantage and they can take access and empowerment of their own assertions as well. It's an interesting solar eclipse over this next 6 months for you because one of the things I see for you is you get to understand in a relationship way how you standing in your own assertion of your own talents or your own beliefs, actually you see it impact someone else in a way that kind of shines that mirror back to you, where you're like, yes, I got to be an example to someone else, and they reflected it back to me why this is important. It's a really important, I think, new moon for you. So plant those seeds of intention, and over the next 6 months, we're going to watch Libra become the Libra you'd like to be. Now, on the 22nd, it's a busy day. We welcome Mercury and the Sun into the energy of Scorpio. So again, lighting up that second house. And now, if you have decisions to make, you have investments you want to make, you have a job, you want to ask for a promotion, any of these things, this is your season to be able to do that. Not to mention, both of the ruling planets of Scorpio are out of retrograde. So everything is in direct steam, but also the world around you. There is a space for you now that simply was not there before Pluto came out of this retrograde, and now it is. So now you don't have to work in this you're working a bit deeper. Let me say that. You're below the surface a little bit. The other thing I want to say about the Scorpio Sun time for you is it's a great time in the second house if you do anything esoteric, tarot, astrology, metaphysics, therapy, counseling, tantra, any of those things, debt relief. Do you know how to get out of debt? Do you know how to show another person how to get out of debt? If those are skills or talents you have, they would really be in a highlighted space for you right now. On the 28th, as we close out this month, we've got the full moon lunar eclipse happening at 5 degrees of Taurus, fellow Venus-ruled sign, although you guys do and experience Venus in a very different way. Venus connection helps make this a little bit easier. Now, this lights up your 8th house space, and I love this full moon for you because this is the last eclipse in the Taurus-Scorpio axis. So you've been working on this money value sector for a while, intimacy and assets. It's been on your radar. But with this particular last eclipse, it's like a reset for you. So the full moon asks you to end something, acknowledge something, or to make a pretty big adjustment, okay? And in the next 6 months, cleaning out and detoxing anything that stops your 8th house, your place of collaboration, your place of intimacy and deep partnerships from being fertile in the physical realm, right? Like maybe you are ready to have a baby. Maybe you are ready to invest and take out that loan and start your own business. Maybe you want to collab in the material world, Taurus, with other people, but there have been things that have been blocking you from doing so. Whatever it is, this full moon is an opportunity to fulfill the detox of this area of your life, to make it a safe, warm, functional place. Here's another thought for you with Taurus here. Money, influence, status in healthy ways and unhealthy ways can also come from collaborations. So I'm interested to see, Libra, what you do with this last eclipse. What have you learned over the last 18 months that as you hear me say, okay, the 8th house is ready for this adjustment, what's going through your mind right away? You're like, yep, I did learn that. I had a conflict with someone last year, and I learned that I don't want to have that. I want to detox that because I want strong collaborations. Okay, I've learned I don't want to spend that much money because maybe I did during the Venus retrograde, and I've learned I don't want to do that because I don't want the vibration of debt. Right? I want the vibration of healing. I've invested and invoked a counselor. What is it for you when you hear me talk about this 8th house energy that's lighting up for you, Libra? Let me know what you've learned in your journey over this last 18 months in that comment section down below. Libra, I hope you have an absolutely gorgeous month, and I look forward to supporting you in all of the astro that I can as we continue to travel. All right, beautiful Libras, have a great month.